Before feminism had a name, Mary Wollstonecraft had an important question. Why were women educated to obey rather than to think? Mary lived in 18th century England, a world where women were expected to be obedient and to be dependent. Education for girls was limited to beauty and to charm. Their goal in life wasn't independence, it was to get married. Mary knew this world very intimately. She grew up watching her mother endure an abusive marriage. She saw what happens when a woman has no financial freedom, when they have no education or social power. And she understood something very radical for her time. Women were not weaker by nature. They were kept weak on purpose. See, education was kind of like the battleground during that time. Wollstonecraft was an obsessive reader. She educated herself because no one else would do it for her. Eventually, she opened a school for girls with her sister and her close friend, and this would be when her philosophy would begin. For Wollstonecraft, education was political. If you teach someone only how to obey, you produce obedience. If you teach someone only how to please, you produce dependence. If you deny someone reason, you deny their freedom. Society failed women because they never allowed them to develop. Wollstonecraft lived during the Age of Revolution. She supported the French Revolution, which promised liberty, equality, and democracy. She believed it could reshape society. But then she noticed something disturbing with this revolution. Men were declaring natural rights, the right to reason, the right to self-rule, the right to a political voice. But quietly, they were all excluding women from this. Women were actually labeled as passive citizens. They were not independent enough or rational enough, or even worthy of participation. When the famous politician Edmund Burke criticized the French Revolution, Wollstonecraft responded to his critiques, something almost unheard of from a woman at that time. This led her to write her most famous work, A Vindication of the Rights of Women. This was written in 1792. She was asking for women to be taken seriously. She argued that women are capable of reason, of moral judgment, and of self-discipline, the very traits that society claimed men fit for citizenship. But she made a crucial distinction. When she spoke of virtue, she meant of character, the ability to think independently as a woman. If women appeared shallow or irrational, Wollstonecraft argued it was because society trained them to be. Wollstonecraft was far ahead of her time. She argued that what we call masculine or feminine behaviors are not some kind of biological destiny. It is actually social conditioning. Girls are trained into dependence. Boys are trained into authority. Reason isn't male. Emotion isn't female. They are cultivated or they are suppressed. Wollstonecraft is often now framed as paving the way for women's rights.